gentlemen, introducing your host from the birthplace of extreme, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at, well, an average weight for a person of his size, Sean Wilbur.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Bury the Booking Podcast, Wrestling Podcast. My name is Del. That is Devin. How are we?
I'm doing good.
Doing good.
Better after last night.
Yes, a lot better after last night. And we will definitely talk about the things that transpired from the fallout of the Money in the Bank PLE. But first, I want to welcome you guys to a very special episode of the Bury the Booking Podcast, the very special 4-hour episode.
No.
Yeah, that's not happening.
No, not without proper preparation.
Oh, like a lot of sugar.
Yeah,
I need like to be on Rockstar Energy drink number 3.
yeah.
I need to have like 7 king size Snickers in me. I don't know.
4 hours is.
That's 4 hours is rough.
Yeah, I think one day I'm gonna do on Twitch. I'm gonna just turn it on and just let it run.
Just let it go.
Just let it go all
There
day.
you go. You got to do how AEW did too. They run 4 hours and just still manage to go over that.
Yes,
Like what? Like
they tried.
they did. They tried, and we haven't seen the end of this.
This might be the new thing for them. They might be like, yo, all 4 hour shows. And then I'm gonna officially tap out of AEW if that's the case.
Yeah. That nutshell is gonna be a bag of nuts.
Mm-hmm. That's on rough.
Yeah,
We did it.
we did it. We survived. So let's get that out of the way. Let's talk about AEW before we get into Money in the Bank. We're gonna give AEW a little more time because they're forcing their way in with more time because the show was 4 hours long.
Yeah.
Well,
Baby.
4 plus.
We're trying.
4 plus. I mean, listen, AEW has been on the upswing. We talked about it. AEW has been more entertaining. Things have been, getting fleshed out a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
There's some things that it's like, okay, I would like to tune into Dynamite this week to see XYZ happen. And it's okay. Didn't want to sit for 4 hours through this, but it happened. 4 hours aside, how do we feel about the showing of AEW this week?
When you gotta watch all the shows combined into one, despite it being here's the thing. You can combine Collision and Dynamite together in a 2 hour show.
You could.
You could. And we'd be all right.
You could.
And if this was 2 hours shorter, this would be an A+ show.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
It'd have been a good 2 hour episode of Dynamite if it was just a regular episode of Dynamite.
Yeah.
Like, you've done Fyter Fest before. It hasn't been 4 hours long.
It's
It's
like,
like, look,
first I've heard of it.
it's like, look, your pay-per-views are already like 17 hours long to begin with.
Yeah.
And
we don't need
then-
to have your regular shows being this long.
Come on. So with that being said, we'll jump around. As 4 hours is a lot to go through. I mean,
I went straight down the top.
let's
I
have
did. I think I might have missed some stuff.
it, and that's more than fair. But let's take it from the top.
There you go.
This opening segment, I get we're setting the tone, we're setting the stage, we're trying to get more pieces to the puzzle together with the world title situation, with trying to I guess, establish the team of, who's going to be our flag bearers for AEW versus the Death Riders and all that. So this was more of this. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I see what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
It's just not. The Jon Moxley thing is old to me right now.
Yes.
So the first attempt didn't work. Now we got this new attempt with Will Ospreay trying to get Hangman Page, Swerve all on board to go after Jon Moxley and his crew of misfits.
Yes.
And I think this is a better story. This is what they should have led with, because this is a better story than the original one.
Yes, I agree. I liked the tone that they set with it last week.
Yeah.
Like last week, coming off of the pay-per-view, I feel like that one was good. I liked it. This one was like, it was a little bit more of the same, but I mean, and AEW does fall into that trap, at least for me. Like, it'll, they'll do one thing. It's like, all right, this is interesting. I see where they're going with this. But then that thing will just get trapped in, like, a loop of us seeing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And, like, I want just, sprinkle in a little bit more stuff.
Yeah,
like,
and with this, like, I don't understand why Roosh and Action is getting involved with stuff that ain't their business.
AEW is the company where people just find themselves in the middle of stuff that ain't got nothing to do with them. Like,
yeah, I didn't really understand that.
Yeah, like, weren't you like, you know what? They showed up thinking that they was gonna be on Collision, and then they just blended into the. They was like, yeah, we here for the Collision joint. They're like, oh no, it's just a 4-hour joint. Hey, wait, what? And then they're like, all right, well,
we'll just do whatever.
Yeah, well, all right then.
It feels like AEW does, like the wrestlers just do whatever. Like, there's no real supervision. There's no creative team. They show up and be like, you know what? We're going to do this one this week.
Yeah, I'm going to do this today.
Yeah.
Yeah, today, yeah. Whatever y'all was thinking about, that's not going to work for me. I'm just going to go ahead and do this. But, yeah, so we got that. I mean, that was okay. We didn't really need that part of it, but it's whatever.
No.
Speaking of Jon Moxley, we got Moxley and Briscoe.
This was a good match.
I enjoyed this. This one, I feel like this should have opened the show before the rest of like if Dynamite started, and instead of the opening segment, we jumped into this match, like, just to begin the show. I feel like that'd have been a much better opening.
Yeah,
Like,
it would have.
Like,
we'd have just got to the meat and potatoes, just got into it.
yeah.
And
You're giving us 4 hours. I don't want to see a segment before that. Like, jump me into something that I'm going like. Mark Briscoe, Jon Moxley. Jump me right into that. Then we'll sprinkle in that segment a little later on in the show.
the whole thing was a lot of conversation. This whole 4 hours had a lot of conversation about stuff that I'm like,
this 4 hour show had 3 hours of conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, because it didn't have much matches.
Yeah, but yeah, Briscoe and Moxley really enjoyed the match. Moxley wins, of course, because why is he losing at this point if, he's the big bad? And Briscoe, unfortunately, is collecting losses like Pokemon cards, which is not good, but it's Mark Briscoe. It's not going to hurt him. It's not going to make us dislike him or
not at all.
Discredit him. So, but I just, we put him in a match where he can, win something. Damn. Let's see. After that, what did we get?
Timeless Tony Storm.
Yeah.
Shirakawa.
Yeah, Mina Shirakawa.
And Sky Blue.
Sky Blue, yes. I mean,
It was a decent match. It was better than a lot of the women's stuff they've been putting on.
Yes, yeah. I mean, you know, you got Toni Storm. She's gonna do nothing but fantastic things. Everyone loves Mina Shirakawa, so that works.
Yeah.
Julia Hart and Sky Blue coming back, getting into the fold also. So
yeah, because they was injured for a while.
Yeah. So working them back into regular, to weekly TV is good. So hopefully they just expand more of the women's division. I'm enjoying everything with Tony Storm. I'm enjoying everything with Mercedes Moné too. So I'm enjoying that aspect of it. We'll talk about the another women's match that is to come that I actually liked and hope we get more of the same for that. But next was the MJF stuff.
Yeah. MJF talking trash about Will Ospreay. MJF didn't say nothing wrong. Like, to be honest, he didn't say anything that was out of pocket. He told him, you can't beat Hangman. Ospreay felt some type of way.
Yes.
Told him to stay out of the business, which he should have. Honestly, what's Ospreay doing now? All of a sudden, he want to be a leader of the locker room.
Yeah, look, listen, he's saying Hangman's the guy to bring everything back, but he's being the
he's the one pushing all of it.
Yeah. He's rallying the troops. He's trying to move this thing forward so we can. So
what did
AEW...
he say about Ospreay Kid?
I
can't remember what he said.
Yeah, I forget what he said because I was halfway. This is going to sound terrible. I was halfway trying to get past this level on this block breaker on my phone.
Oh man,
it's a 4-hour show, man. Like I had to, I realized I was going to be hunkered in for a while, so I was trying to do background stuff at the same time, and then I got caught up. But
it didn't lead to anything. It led to Ospreay.
Yeah, no.
Getting angry. And then Bobby Lashley and all them Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah, I mean, Hurt Syndicate at this point, I like the Hurt Syndicate. I enjoy, everything about it. I'm not feeling the whole MJF thing with this, but
it don't fit.
Yeah, no. As much as they want to try to get it to fit, I just don't care about it. But it just seems like the Hurt Syndicate is just week to week. They're just kind of like hanging out. They're not really nothing. There's no real threats happening here. It's just they're just doing stuff with MJF. It's like, all right, well. And again, I want so much more for Bobby Lashley. I feel like there should be a lot more.
And they just turning down matches.
Yeah, there's that part of it.
This segment, they not wrestling the Bulls. Who came out? Was it Commander and Speedball?
Yeah,
Kevin Knight. We're not wrestling, y'all.
Yeah, it's like no. It's like we're kind of just hanging out doing stuff. We don't really do all that wrestling stuff.
But then Commander and Speedball Kevin Knight had a match right after that.
Yes, they wrestled Roosh.
Yeah, the LFI.
Yes, they wrestled Roosh, Beast Mortos, and Dralistico.
So how you gonna come out there talking trash to the Hurt Syndicate?
You already booked for you already booked for something. Don't
what was you gonna do? Wrestle them, then go wrestle the other guys? It was just weird. Like I'm like, this dumb.
Yeah, it was convoluted. This is where I'm like, we could have that could have been like a collision segment or something.
Yeah,
like not a part of a 4-hour draw. The 6-man match was okay for if you were counting whatever reason, but yeah, it's whatever. This also could have been a collision segment because it often is a collision segment. Your boy Max Caster.
Oh, you jumped on it, Max Caster.
Oh, what did I miss?
The Paragon and Daniel Garcia joined forces.
Oh yeah,
That was just pretty much nothing.
yeah.
And
yeah.
then Christian Cage and Nick Wayne's issues, that's falling apart.
Yeah, I mean, let's just get on with it already.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Didn't
like there's so many underlining storylines, which is, I mean, look, having a lot of storylines is not. I'm not complaining about having a lot of storylines. I'm just
but
like,
they're not going anywhere.
exactly. Like, you have storylines that are there that the payoff is like right here. Like, just do it. Like, just do the thing. Like, each week that passes, I get less and less interested because there's nothing happening.
Yeah.
Just do it. I would be like, all right, that was worth it. But like, the more space you put in between it, like, you're just repeating the same thing over and over again. Yes, I get it. Nick Wayne is getting big for his britches. Yes, Christian's going to, like, there's going to be something. Just,
We taking too long. Because
Yeah.
one, we don't see y'all. It's not like an everyday thing.
right, exactly.
So
Exactly. There's so many moving parts in AEW. You're not going to see this every week. Like,
it plays like it plays like General Hospital. One day is summertime, tomorrow it's Christmas.
yes.
And that's wild to me.
What? Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm watching this. Like next time we see this, Nick Wayne might have a beard and
Long, his hair like all the way down
long
to.
hair, and you like, I'm not watching Guiding Light and As
Yeah.
the World Turns. What's happening?
Yeah, this is like jumping from, like, this is like the time jump between the seasons of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Like, what?
No. You know what this is like? You ever seen Passions?
No, can't say that I have.
Ask your wife about Passion. She'll know about it. It's a soap opera about witches and dolls coming to life, and it's old.
Okay.
It's up there. And that's what this is like, because you don't know what's going to happen. And they change stuff so much.
So, yeah.
That it's just, it's wild. Like, I was watching Passions. I saw a chandelier fall on top of this lady. Everybody got cut but her. Everybody got injured but her. And I was like, you know what? This is my show. That's how I feel about AEW.
Yeah. This does it for me.
Like, none of this makes sense to me.
A lot of it does. Like, there's more stuff is starting to make sense than it has, which I'm excited about. But the stuff that doesn't make sense really, really doesn't make sense.
And when I listen to an AEW podcast, I swear these guys don't know what they talking about. I swear to God, they be making stuff up. Like, how did you make that connection? Where did you get that information from? Oh, I gotta read somebody else's blog and news report to figure out that this is gonna happen.
You gotta watch somebody's interview from 2 months ago to make it make sense.
I ain't doing all that. Back to Matt Caster's open challenge.
Yeah. Back to the best wrestler alive, Max Caster. Surprise open challenge, best wrestler alive. Powerhouse Hobbs. He's the one who answers the challenge and beats Max Caster. It happens.
They gave him 5 minutes.
They did.
He didn't use it.
They did, but sure. Then we had the 4-way for the International Championship. Thoughts on this?
It was cool. I knew Omega wasn't losing, so I wasn't really shocked about any of this. I wish they would have picked somebody other than Brody King and Claudio to be involved in this. Give me two more no names like Dorada. You know,
Okay.
just have some bodies flying around.
You didn't want the names in there losing.
No,
In this one, right?
I didn't.
Yeah.
But at the end, when Okada, between Omega and Okada, I was feeling that. I'm like, all right, but can we get to it right now?
No, you gotta wait till what's an All Ins in July, right?
I gotta wait till July to see these two guys.
Yeah. So July 12th, it's gonna be. I do believe it's the 12th. For All In.
Yeah,
It's gonna be Okada and Omega. Listen, the match is gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, it just is. But
yeah,
you're gonna have to wait for it.
But like I said, like I don't think Omega should have been in a ring with these three guys. Well, two guys. I don't know who.
Yeah, you didn't care.
I didn't know who Dorda was.
But don't go muddy in the waters about with
not with Claudio and Brody King. Like y'all could have picked some local talent to have Omega slide around on.
Yeah, especially we know that Kenny wasn't losing.
Yeah.
You know, like there's no way that Omega was losing this match. So, I get it. It makes sense. What did we have next up? This was
Ricochet talking his trash.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think we still enjoy Ricochet on this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was him just being Ricochet.
Yeah.
I'm glad I can see that now.
Yeah. I never thought I'd see the day.
It's him.
Then we had the Will Ospreay, Leo Rush.
First off, I don't think Leo Rush that good a wrestler. I don't.
Oh,
I don't think he that good a wrestler.
Okay.
For this, I think Will Ospreay carried him.
I mean, Ospreay. You put Ospreay in there with anybody, Ospreay's gonna outshine him.
Yeah.
I do like Leo Rush, but I understand exactly what you're saying. I didn't care.
No, I think this was just a further.
Yeah.
The thing with them and Hangman.
Right. Yeah. Which
now
is
you got Ospreay and Hangman buddy now.
Yeah.
You know, on the same page.
Listen, we're going to get this title back. We're going to win this title back. You know, we're going to bring it back to AEW. AEW's, you know, we're on the right track.
But another thing, Leo Rush and Action Andretti, they seem like a mismatch pair.
It seems awkward, right? Like like it seems like this thing's forced.
Yeah. Like they don't like each other backstage, really. They don't hate each other, but they not sharing a cab together.
Yeah, they're not going to go do something afterwards. Like
no, they're like work's over, we're out.
Yeah, I go my way, you go your way. Yeah. So I mean, surprise, surprise, Will Ospreay beats Leo Rush. Again, Collision. Talking about FTR.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know who these people were at all.
Yeah, they were CMLL. Hey, look, while we got Worlds Collide, while we got the whole AAA WWE thing going on, why not? You know, let's just mix it all up. Let's just get CMLL
Junior and what's his name? Tempor? What is the name? I don't even know.
Let's say Tempor.
That was crazy. I'm like, what are these dudes? I love that at AEW. There's so many people I have no clue who they are, and it's not like I don't like my memory bad. I just don't know you.
Yeah. Look, it's a revolving door. You know,
I've never seen you before a day in my life.
Well, FTR wins, so
yeah.
Well,
you're going against people you don't know.
So there's that. Next up, guess what? More of the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, look, Don Callis family won.
Oh yeah, they are the Don Callis family. I'm sitting there looking like, oh yeah. They introduced a luchador, and then they mix.
Yes. I mean, look, I guess Don Callis is like, look, I'm just checking all the boxes. I need I need somebody else. Need a luchador. Let's just get everybody.
Trying to get him a little planetary action going on.
Yeah.
And a white guy, Asian guy, and a Latino.
Yeah. I mean, he had Powerhouse Hobbs, but it didn't work out. So.
Yeah, Powerhouse Hobbs should not be with the Don Callis family. That felt racist to me. Like it did. Like it felt like I was just like, you can see the metaphorical shackles and chains around this man binding him to this bald-headed white man. It felt, you brought it up, and I feel it. I'm glad Hobbs was able to find that railroad.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
Thank God.
It didn't work out. Next up, what was this? This was the women's segment, right? This
was Tay Mello returns to defend against Nia Jax and Megan Bayne.
Yeah. Ty Mello's back. Ty and Anna Jay been friends, tag team, friends, all that stuff for. Did you see any of that? Were you watching AEW when Ty Conti was around?
No.
Okay.
No.
So
I know who Anna Jay is and I know who Megan Bayne is.
But you're not familiar.
I don't know Tay Mello.
Ty Mello. Okay.
Ty Mello.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
All right. Well, that happened. She came out to help her friend who was getting destroyed. Yeah. So she's back. I guess her and Sammy Guevara found a babysitter. So it's all right, moving on to the next one. We got speaking of Nick Wayne and Sammy Guevara. We had the Ring of Honor TV title because why not?
This title don't seem like it mean much.
Nobody's watching Ring of Honor. At least nobody I know is watching Ring of Honor. Is it okay? Maybe, sure, but you just randomly put a Ring of Honor TV title match on the show, and why am I caring?
They just needed some more time to fill.
Yes.
They thought they was going to run short, then they ran long.
4 hours.
They didn't know what they were doing.
4 hours. First of all, Nick Wayne was not going to lose this match, so
no.
First of all, Sammy Guevara has a title already. Him and Dustin are tag team champions. Lee Johnson is not winning any titles, and AR Fox doesn't win matches. So, by process of elimination,
yeah, Nick Wayne.
Nick Wayne wins the match. So there's that. Of course, Christian, Nick Wayne. Just get to the damn thing. Are we waiting for All In for this? Is this
Probably.
Is this big enough for All In?
No.
Okay. I didn't think it was, but I feel like
they're trying to make it big enough for it, but it's not happening.
Yeah, I feel like we were going to do this for All In. And All In's going to be 8 hours because of this.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Here we go. More women's action. We got Lady Frost getting absolutely, completely destroyed by Tekla.
Oh, that's how you pronounce that?
Sure. I'm okay. So, when she came out, when she debuted, big deal. Mm-hmm. Like, they treat it like, they treat it like they want us to pay attention to her. And they gave us a match where she completely just mowed over Lady Frost.
Mm-hmm.
Which made me pay attention to her. Mission accomplished. Do that. do more of that.
Yeah, a whole lot more of that.
Because I'm okay. I'm okay with this. It also gives you another player in the women's division that's not saying like that seems like a threat. They're not, they're not just, and no discredit to them, but they're not just, just women competitors like Sky Blue or Mina Shirakawa or anybody like that. Like she looks like she's going to be like a bruiser, almost like how like on Megan Bain like type thing, which when Megan Bain was introduced, when they brought her back and she came out there, she was that, like, they were treating her like a big deal, like she is a threat every time that she's in the ring. And I feel like AEW's putting women in those positions now, and I feel like that's a good thing. So keep that going. Do that thing. Next was the Daniel Garcia Paragon Don Callis stuff.
I'm not calling him Paragon.
You're just not gonna do it. You just refuse. No. Look, I love all these guys, all of them. I just don't. I don't care about this feud at all.
No, there's no weight behind it. I don't. It doesn't feel impactful, or there's anything. There's no consequences to this.
No. Yeah. No.
On either side.
No. I like all of them, and I'm entertained by the stuff in the ring, but I don't care about any of this, like at all. Cause damn.
That's AEW.
That was AEW. It was 4 hours.
It could have been cleaned up really nice
in 2 hours. It could have been
a 2 hour show.
It could have been a good 2 hour episode of Dynamite had we just, the things that we actually went into discussion about. Those things could have just been on that episode of Dynamite, and it would have continued the trend of having good Dynamites. Like, Dynamite has been a decent show week after week for the most part.
I think the issue is, a lot of show, you had all the WWE stuff, so they're competing with, trying to compete with WWE, and they don't. The thing is, they don't have to.
They shouldn't at all.
You can just put good shows on, and people are going to watch it.
Yep.
It's not always a competition. It shouldn't be a competition.
It shouldn't be. Worry about you. Worry about your product. Everything,
and you'll be straight.
Yes, everything would have been fine.
But it's AEW.
It's AEW. Hopefully things work out. Speaking of things working out, let's talk about the Money in the Bank PLE. It's time to talk a little bit of that and the results of that show. All in all, before we break it down match by match, your overall thoughts on Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank. I gotta give it a B plus.
Okay.
I gotta go B plus. Not that it was a bad show. There were just some things in there that I'm like, we don't need all this.
Okay.
Well, one thing.
Yeah. Okay.
But I enjoyed it. Like, I wouldn't be like, I don't want to see this.
Yeah, stuff definitely happened.
Yeah.
Stuff definitely happened. So let's jump into that stuff. So we opened the show with the women's Money in the Bank match. We had Alexa Bliss. We had Stephanie Vaquer. We had Rhea Ripley. We had Naomi. We had, what am I forgetting? Julia. And we had, who's the sixth?
Hold on.
Roxanne Perez.
Oh,
there we go.
She didn't matter.
Ah, come on, man. I stand with Roxanne.
I knew Roxanne wasn't doing nothing.
Yeah, she wasn't gonna win this. I mean, at first I thought so. Like when, I was like, oh, it seems like they could just do that and mix it in with the whole Judgment Day,
Well, let me back up. It didn't turn out like I thought it was going to turn out.
It turned out better.
Yeah.
For me. First of all, the match was good. I didn't hate the match. At all. But yeah, the match turned out better. I think we might even discussed it for a second about how good it would have been for the result to be the actual result.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, it happened.
Yeah.
So, match was good. I definitely enjoyed the match. No complaints. It was a Money in the Bank match. You get spots where there's a lot of people laying around for a lot of time.
Stephanie.
Hey, look. Listen.
Stephanie.
Hey, hold on now. What you not going to do? She was working all damn weekend.
If I didn't see the butt cheek kiss, I'd have been, not, what did she call it? The devil's kiss.
The devil's kiss, yes.
I called the butt cheeks kiss.
Same thing.
If I didn't see that, I'd have been highly upset.
And look, and she gave it to us. Damn it.
On a ladder.
Yep. What more do you want this woman to do this weekend? She was.
That was it.
Like, she ended it in the ladder match. Like she had 3 matches.
And then she sat outside the ring.
Cause she tired.
She sat outside. And you can see when the camera.
She was working.
I saw the camera fly over and immediately cut away from her.
Yeah.
Immediately cut away from her because she was sitting on the barricade on the catwalk.
Yeah.
Curled up. And then you ain't see her no more till the end.
Listen, hopefully she is getting some much needed rest. Cause
she sat there for like 15 minutes.
Well deserved. But yeah, I didn't think Rhea was gonna win.
No.
It just didn't fit, even though I guess you could fall back on it if you needed to, but you had people in there. I did think initially I was like, all right, well, Roxanne wouldn't be a bad fit to have it, but I'm like, she could hold on to it for a long time. She could have that issue with Liv over Dom, that whole back and forth. She's Money in the Bank. She's pretty much would be the person next in line to have a successful career, and we know how Dominic Mysterio likes latching on to the people who got the rocket on their back. So I was like, all right, well, that seems like that would be cool. But
I didn't want Liv to win.
Oh, for Roxanne, yeah.
I didn't want that to happen
Yeah.
because the people that were in it was like if Roxanne would have won, it wouldn't have done nothing to progress the storyline for the Judgment Day, in my opinion.
Okay.
It would have, Roxanne would have won. She'd have been holding that over. Like you're not going to cash in on a tag team. So you're not going to cause no discord between them.
No. So you hold on. Yeah, you hold on to it for a long time. You play that whole. I got all the power because I got a guaranteed championship shot for whenever.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying.
I don't think it would have fit right now. Because first off, Roxanne, you just got here.
Yeah.
People know you, but you just got here.
Same with Julia.
Same with Julia.
Yeah.
You know, she just got here. Even though I kind of dig Julia more than Roxanne.
Okay.
But I'm hoping Julia gets in with Kairi Sane and Io Sky and them.
I would like to see a feud with either one of those.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. That would be great.
You know, get the Asians fighting each other.
I would like that.
As bad as that sounds.
It did sound.
It did sound bad.
That did sound not good, but
it didn't mean to come out. It didn't mean to come out that way.
But I understand. I understand what you mean, though.
Did I want Alexa Bliss to win? I kind of was leaning towards Alexa Bliss.
I wouldn't have been surprised or upset if that were to happen. So, you know, it was one of those things. All right, Alexa's there. She's on the board. She's not really doing much of anything, so you could put it on her and use it for whenever you wanted to. Stephanie winning, I wouldn't have been upset.
No.
She's new, yes, but, you know, clearly there's a lot of stock in her. Clearly,
but her mic skills need to get worked on.
I mean, Io was Miss Money in the Bank.
And Io horrible on the mic.
Right, so, and listen.
Io horrible on the mic. Io should not be near any microphones.
Look, it's always entertaining when she's on the mic.
If you can understand her.
Right.
Because most of the time, I don't know what Io talking about.
Yeah, if you run it back, you'll get it.
You gotta run it.
Yeah, run it back, but you'll get it.
You gotta figure out what Io's talking about.
It's a lot, you know. It's a lot easier for Stephanie, for me to understand. But
no, I didn't understand her last promo either.
Oh, see, yeah, run it back.
I remember.
Yeah, gotta use that rewind feature.
What's her last promo? Yeah, I use subtitles sometimes. Cause I don't know. You remember when I took Spanish in high school? Didn't work out so well, did it?
No, it didn't.
No.
Didn't work out for any of us. Well, it did not. At all. This is true. There's no motivation.
No.
None. Pay attention in school, kids.
Yes.
Please. It will be useful. Had we paid attention and actually learned, it would have been useful.
I didn't learn anything till I got out of high school.
Yeah. Don't be like that. Just school is there. School is there to learn. So learn. Damn. Yeah, we ain't learned nothing.
We took a lot of classes.
We did, but
economics and
I ain't retain. Right? Yeah, I ain't retained a whole lot of none of that.
We did a lot of classes. We had a lot of learning going on.
Yeah,
I don't remember all of it.
No, damn. Okay.
We was present.
Yeah, we were there. We were there,
and we passed.
Right. So
and here's the thing, people. We were in the advanced academic classes.
We were. So you know what?
Future.
That's right. Yep. So all in all, we had a leg up, so we didn't have to really pay attention.
No, we was the smart kids.
Yep. And they was just like, damn, these kids just let them go.
Let them do their thing.
They're advanced.
Yeah.
So that was us. Advanced.
The bar was set low.
It was. There was no high bar there at all. At all.
We had Travis.
Shout out to
Travis. Travis doing awesome in life, yo.
Yes, he is.
Him on the socials.
Yeah. He's doing much better than we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he's still overseas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, him and Granger.
Yeah. Again.
I ain't seen talk to Granger in forever.
He was here maybe like a year or so ago.
He's still singing and making cupcakes?
He's doing way more than that.
Oh, last time I heard he was music and
bakery. All of that. He's doing fantastic. Yeah. Shout out. Much love to those guys.
Yeah, they got ambitions and dreams.
Yeah.
Cut that shit out.
so tied into dreams and ambitions, there are some big ambitions for the winner of the Women's Money in the Bank, And I couldn't be more happy about this. As I seen it happen, I'm like, you know what? One, makes sense. Two, she hasn't been missing on TV. So let's go. We got Naomi as Miss Money in the Bank now. I cannot be more unupset.
No. Not at all. It was a bit of a shock that she won for me, but when it happened, it was like, okay, you know, I'm okay with this. And I'm okay to see what you do with this. No, I don't like the costumes that you're wearing, but I'm going to let that slide. Because she's still wearing the same sneakers from the Glow era.
Hey, look, but I mean, they don't do as much.
No. Change the shoes.
You want it completely
different.
No.
I don't want the tights that she wear from the Glow era.
Yeah, I mean,
the shoes from the Glow era.
You want it all.
I need you to change all that.
You want it all.
I need you to change. Yeah, I need you to change all that.
That's fair.
And you got the coin.
Yes.
You and your husband got the money, so fix that.
So listen, hopefully there's gonna be a lot of getting fixed around here. So the interesting thing is, all right. So Naomi's Miss Money in the Bank now. We mix all that in with still we know we're still got this whole mix up thing with Jade and Bianca because it's not over. So we're still gonna get into that, and then we got to figure out when and where she's gonna do this cash in. So
now
and at what time she could hold on to this thing for a while, which I think let it breathe. I think now that Naomi has this heel character and she is establishing the character and people are enjoying this character, I think you can play off the fact that she is Miss Money in the Bank and hold on to that a lot more, so that piece holding that Miss Money in the Bank could also be, you know, part of the evolution of the heel Naomi character, and like, you know, the fact that she can strike at any time, and you know, she's choosing to be more calculated, and you know, with holding on to it and stuff. So I'm excited to see where this goes.
Yeah,
I really am. So yes, so I'm all in for that. Then next up, we got an impromptu match. We tied in the Worlds Collide with some happenings with Ray and Dominic and Octagon Jr. I mean, the match was okay. The match definitely showcased Dom as a more well-rounded wrestler.
I didn't want to see it.
You didn't want to see it at all?
No. I'll be honest, I didn't want to see it.
I mean,
I did not care.
Didn't care at all.
No, I don't want to see Dom be a good wrestler. I don't watch Dom for that. Completely out of character. Completely.
You don't like it at all.
I don't like it at all.
Dominic in there in the ring being good. You ain't like all that.
Took me way out of it.
Stop that.
I was confused. I'm like, what? Who this dude? No.
Who's that guy doing stuff?
Cut that out. That's ridiculous.
So Dominic Mysterio, it was an impromptu Intercontinental title match. Dominic Mysterio retains against Octagon Jr. So, I mean, it was what it was. It was a match that happened on the show, and it was over. Then we had Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
Who said this was a good idea to let Becky Lynch be a champion?
I don't know.
Now, Lyra shouldn't be the champion either. But definitely not Becky Lynch.
Good match. I enjoyed the match. I think the last match they had was better, but I did like this match. I mean, of course, we knew Becky Lynch was going to win this one.
Yeah,
but you know, she
and it did put Lyra in a better light.
Yes, and I feel like this feud has been doing nothing but getting people to come around more towards the idea of Lyra Valkyria, which is what you kind of want if you're a wrestling promotion. You want people to care. And
I didn't care at all.
You did not. You did not. I liked her in the ring. I mean, I liked, before she got called up to NXT, I liked the match that they had before. And, it something there. You could tell they want more from her. You can tell, they see a lot in Lyra, just the way she was presented and positioned and all that, and winning the Intercontinental tournament and all that. You can tell, but yeah. So she loses. Becky Lynch cheats to win, and the stipulation was,
did she?
She grabbed the tights, so she did technically cheat.
I think she was just trying to position her, putting her in the right position. There was no, I didn't see no hook or nothing. She just slid the cheeks up.
You can't do that. No cheek sliding.
That's not in the rule book.
It was last night. You know,
because what's the bull? Wade Barrett,
yes,
was talking, and I'm like, I don't usually agree with what he says,
but he had a point.
He had a point there.
But yeah, so Becky uses, underhanded tactics, this was the story, to win, to get one over on Lyra, and the stipulation was if Becky Lynch were to win, Lyra would have to raise her hand. Lyra reluctantly obliged. She raised Becky Lynch's hand. Was like, all right, you got it. I'm go ahead and get out of here. Becky Lynch was like, no. I need you to raise my hand to everybody.
She took it too far there.
Make the rounds. So at this point, I was like, all right, Lyra's like, I'm not going to do this. Or she might do it. And then, I was waiting for, the clothesline or something when she was, so when she dropped her hands going again, Becky was like, no. I need you to put the belt on me. That wasn't in the stipulation at all.
See, that's when I thought.
Ain't none of this. Come on now.
When she handed her the belt, I was like, Lyra, hit her with the belt.
I thought she was going to hit her.
That'd have been perfect. Smack her right in the face.
I thought she was going to hit her with the belt.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to hit her with the belt. But she didn't. So what she did was she took the belt, was going, gave her the title, pretty much, crowned her new women's Intercontinental champion, and then German suplexed her.
Mm-hmm.
Which, well done. Listen, the crowd's enjoying this. The crowd seems to really like this edge, this tone that Lyra Valkyria has now, feuding with Becky Lynch. So this is helping. So I wasn't mad at the one. We knew the outcome of this, but I wasn't mad what transpired afterwards. So that was that. After that match, we had the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. So we had LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, Andrade, El Grande Americano. I say Seth Rollins?
No, Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins and Penta.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like the obvious thing happened. I think we was like, yeah, this is going to happen. What else was going to happen? Andrade wasn't winning Money in the Bank.
Neither was Solo. Or LA Knight.
Or Penta. Nobody was winning this. So, long story short, Seth Rollins did win Money in the Bank. Seth Rollins is Mr. Money in the Bank. But we also got something else that happened here. Because it looked like it was going to be Solo. And then it wasn't. Solo had the help of... I can't keep... Jeff Cobb. I'm not calling him that.
JC Mateo.
Jeff Cobb and Jacob Fatu came out. We had Braun Breaker and Bronson. Bronson Reed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too many Brons. And then Braun is Bronson. So I'm like, all right.
That's why they say Reed.
Yeah, it's too many.
Reed and Breaker.
Yeah. Thank you, Reed and Breaker. I'm just gonna do that from now on. It's too much. Too much Braun going on. So Reed and Breaker came out. So we did that whole thing, but Solo looked like he was on his way to winning with the help of Jacob Fatu and the Fireball whiskey ladder, because we needed that.
Just a shameless plug.
Ah, damn you, TKO.
Yeah.
But
They gotta make money. They already millions in debt.
Oh my god. But so Jacob pretty much sets up everything for Solo, sets the stage. Solo Sikoa is going to climb the ladder, is going to get the money in the bank, and it's like, okay, I'm watching this. I'm like, this is when it happens. This is it. This is the thing. They're going to do the thing. And then sure enough, Jacob grabs Solo's ankle. Solo's looking down. And then instead of what we used to hear, what we've grown to love, the I love you, Solo, turned into an I hate you. And then he decided to make sure that he knew that he hated him by making sure he did not complete his task, that he did not climb that ladder, that he did not get the men's money in the bank, and he laid out Solo Sikoa. Everybody just went crazy because people, first of all, people love Jacob Fatu anyway, and you want to officially love him as him being like a babyface. So it looks like this is the this is the thing that did it. So it's like, all right, look, we were gonna cheer for him regardless, but now it's like legal. It's officially legal in the world of WWE in this storyline to be able to cheer him. So,
and that's how you do it. You move it quick.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob ain't been on the show that long. Yeah, he already went.
Yeah, they had some issues.
Full circle.
They had some issues for a little bit. They let you know they had issues. Then, week after week, they did things, but it was like, all right, look, Solo's still rolling with him, but, yeah. And it was one of those things where, like, we just talked about with AEW. We seen this every week, though, so we seen it play out. It wasn't like, all right, they disappear off of TV for, like, months at a time, and then they come back and they continue the storyline. It's like, y'all ain't, since the last time I seen you, which was, like, a month and a half ago, like, y'all ain't have a phone call discussion? Like, y'all ain't talked this out? Like, y'all ain't figure, y'all not okay by now? Did y'all not talk for like a month and a half? Like, but whatever. So now we got Solo and Jacob Fatu officially at odds. Throwing Jeff Cobb in there because of course Jeff Cobb and Solo are still a thing. It has to be because Jacob's probably gonna have to feud with Solo
for a little bit
with Jeff Cobb to get the Solo. So. That's where that is. But Seth Rollins does climb the ladder successfully, getting the men's money in the bank and winning. Surprise, 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 Seth Rollins is Mr. Money in the Bank.
Monday's going to be interesting.
Yeah, Monday's going to be interesting. Look, we knew this was going to happen, but Monday will definitely be interesting. Then we had our main event. Our main event was Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul and John Cena.
First off, 15 minutes of intro, too long.
I think you called that too. You were like, yes, that's gonna be
Jesus Christ. It started. I got up, got something to eat, got something to drink, did a couple dishes, came back. Asked my daughter, I'm like, is Cody Rhodes the first one? She's like, yeah. All right, I got another half hour. Ate my food, went to the bathroom, filled my beverage up, washed those dishes, came back, and he just got done Jey Uso. Like, Jey Uso was about to wrap it up for round 2 of his John. Yeah, the ball was coming out. I'm like, I ain't got time for this. These intros is crazy.
Yes, they are. They. You could go. You can definitely go do something, and come back before.
You can do a lot. You can do your taxes in that time. Yo. Each in our TurboTax Inuit. Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor, but yeah, you can work on that. Work on that paper. Meet that deadline you need to meet. Send all those, write out Christmas cards. You can do whatever you need to do.
We went through all this for 5 minutes of wrestling.
Yeah, this was a match that probably could have been like on Raw or SmackDown or something. Like the way the match was, it was just there. Whatever. I didn't really. Nothing blew me away with the in-ring of this at all. Like at all. Zero. Nothing made me care. Except for the end.
The best part of the match.
Best part of the match. We had some shenanigans, of course. But long story short, John Cena gets attacked by a mystery assailant. A man, in gear. He's got a mask on. He's got a hood up. He's wearing all black. He tackles John Cena to the ground. He attacks him for a little bit. He comes up, takes off the hood, the mask, reveals himself to be R-Truth. Ron the Truth Killings, or Ron Killings, whatever we want to do here. But he has returned. He laid out John Cena with the title belt, completely non-jokey nothing, and rolled out, costing John Cena essentially the pinfall as Cody Rhodes scooped up with Crossroads and got the win here. So we wanted the truth. John Cena told us the night before we couldn't handle the truth, but we got the truth.
Now this is, you got Triple H saying that, did you enjoy the show?
Bullshit, yeah. Paul. Bullshit, Paul. Do not do that. Do not do that. Do not do that.
Here's another one. They say that they released R-Truth but signed Ron Killings. So we not getting the same R-Truth. We getting a serious.
I'm okay with that. Let's go.
I need to see what happens.
You know what's going to be? It's R-Truth, Ron Killings, whatever we want to do here. First of all, they popped that R-Truth, that Ron Killings t-shirt up on WWE Shop
quick,
very fast. But he's one of those guys where even though we've grown to be entertained by the R-Truth character, I don't think that a serious tone or a serious character change, or even, just completely dropping the R-Truth thing altogether and being Ron Killings, I don't think that is a bad thing. I don't think that's going to change people's perception with him. One, due to the fact that what happened, and it was not part of the show.
No.
It was not part of the show. Y'all had
him.
Yep. Y'all got fans and wrestlers, personalities, the wrestling community, the wrestling world alike got in y'all ass about it, and y'all had no choice. That's what happened. Did y'all enjoy the show? Just answer the question, bro. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. We know that was bullshit. Like, this wasn't a work. This wasn't a part of the show. First of all, this is part of the show. Carlito coming back?
No.
So that happened around the same time.
Unless you got Carlito coming back.
Right.
But ain't nobody fighting for Carlito.
Ain't nobody fighting for Carlito.
Carlito probably mad.
He know.
He probably mad. He probably like, you know what? I ain't had no real fans in WWE. they didn't rally for me.
They ain't ride for me like that.
Oh, Carlito, I'll tweet about you.
But you know what, man? It was one of those, like, it's one of those things. It's where, the wrestling community, fans, they know it. There was never going to be a time where they weren't just going to be chanting for R-Truth.
Yeah, they did it. They were just always.
They did it during the Lyra Becky match.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
yeah,
it was one of those things. That's not one. It wasn't going to go away. It wasn't going to go away because regardless of what, how you felt about anything, you knew it was BS. You knew it was wrong. It came out of left field. Everybody, you can make the argument for TKO or WWE or whatever you want to play devil's advocate is like, oh well, he wasn't doing all that much and he was getting paid a whole lot of money and that's why they did it. Whatever. Like, no, we're refusing this. Changes had to be made because they felt the backlash. Within a week, the man was back in the company.
Yeah, quick.
Within a week.
They knew, you messed up.
Yeah, and you know what I want? Like, now that we got the energy, now we got R-Truth back. We got the energy, or we got Ron Killings. Whatever we got, I'm okay with. Like I said, I'm okay with anything because I enjoy Ron Killings. Like, what made me a huge fan of him was when he did go to TNA and became a serious wrestler. Like, from the first time went, and then before he went back over as R-Truth, like that was what took it over the top for me. Like, I really enjoyed Ron the Truth Killings, and just look, let's Kofi Mania this bitch. Let's just get all of the energy, all of the collective energy that we use to do this. I don't even care about what's going on now. Let's just get a good, serious, meaningful run for Ron Killings. Let's do that. Is it going to muddy the waters right now with whatever they got going on with Cody and John Cena and all that? Yes, I'm sure it is. But guess what? Figure it out. Figure it out, Paul. Because it's all part of the show. You got an answer for this? If it's all part of the show, then you got all this figured out, don't you?
They got nothing figured out.
He had no clue. No idea. So guess what? I did enjoy the show. And I will enjoy the show. Damn it.
They just trying to stay face. Stay face.
Did you enjoy all part of the show, man? Really? Really? Don't do that.
I ain't enjoy all the BS.
Yeah, don't do that. But yeah, so that's money. Look, things are gonna get a lot more interesting. I'm here for it. Especially this whole, we got Naomi as Miss Money back. I'm super interested in that. The Seth stuff, maybe this will get, who knows what's going to happen now with this. But Seth, we knew he was going to hold all the cards. He was going to have the power. He was going to be Mr. Money in the Bank, all that. And we got Ron Killings. So look, again, I hope it's something serious. I hope we just completely drop all this R-Truth stuff. That happened. Great. We enjoyed it. This is, we knew and loved that, but it's the person, it's the man behind R-Truth, and the man behind, giving us all that entertainment is what the backlash was about. It was about the guy. And if we get a chance to actually see the guy, I'm all for that. So, that's all I got. That's going to go ahead and do it for us, for the Bury the Booking podcast. We're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Thank you for watching. If you're watching, thank you for listening. If you're listening, please like, share, follow, subscribe, and we will be back to do this thing again next week.